to the X-Ring. So I am chomping at the bit to shoot this 18-inch 6.5 Creedmoor out to more than 100 yards. I want to see what it's capable of with that budget-friendly hunting rifle / long rifle setup, or long range setup. And in the South, we say chomping at the bit because a horse, you put the bridle, has the bit in it, chomping at the bit. That's where that comes from. So we got a cornfield down here, and it hasn't been planted yet. All right, it's running a little late on the planting, but it flooded out. So we're going to go ahead and set up a target down here and see if we can. If Casey doesn't know it, I'm going to see if we can get him out on target at 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 600 yards. We're going to set up the target. All right, so the targets are all set up. Got a 12 by 12 square, or what they call a diamond. And this one right here, guys, you can see the size of it. I think it measures like 15 tall, something like that. When we reviewed that Ruger American, the 18-inch 6.5 Creedmoor, and by the way, this is Casey. That is the owner of the rifle. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them right here at 400 yards, first shots. Okay, we hadn't even set up the Ranger yet. We got to get our stuff unloaded. And let's go ahead and see if we can make an impact on those targets. Right. I got the 18-inch Ruger American and the 6.5 Creedmoor. Target's 400 yards. I got 2 steels down there. I got a camera down range. I have not fired a single shot out of this. I went ahead and put 3 rounds of 147 grain ELD match. So I am going to do some estimation here. I'm hoping this hits. I would think it's about 8.5 mils. So I'm going to go, or MOAs. So this is an MOA scope. So we're going to go 8.5. Okay. We might be a little low, might be a little high, but that should be about right for 400 yards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Casey looking through that spotting scope. We're going to hopefully see if we can get a first round impact on this. Like I said, I got the target going down, or the video going down range. So first thing I want to do is I want to check my magnification. You definitely want to adjust your parallax. Parallax is not a focus, okay? Everybody treats it like a focus. It is to get the air out. We're going to go for the man steel. 8-mile-an-hour wind. Here we go. All right, so that's an impact high left shoulder. So we're a little high on this. Not bad at all. So, man, that's pretty good. First round. Let's see if we can follow it up with a second round. I went ahead and came down quarter MOA. Not bad for first round at 400 yards. Here we go. Impact high center. Casey doesn't have any experience with this rifle. Like I said, it's brand new to him. Fortunately enough, he let me use it. I've got your dope at 400 yards at 8.25 MOAs. So let's go ahead and dial up 8.25. So he's at 6, 7, 8.25. Okay, so 8.25. We're gonna go ahead and cover that. Let's go for the man steel on the right. On you. He nicked the right edge, but barely. Okay, aim center of the target. Waiting on you. Nice. Excellent. You see that?
Yeah.
All right, now get me one on the diamond. Elevation looks pretty good. Once again, I tell you what, just hold dead center of the diamond. I'm watching the Mirage right now. There it is. It's the hair right of center. Go ahead and unload and show clear. And we are going to back it on up. Move Casey back to 500 yards. He hasn't fired another round out of this. Like I said, we just moved everything, relocated it. So Casey, at 500 yards, you're going to be about 12 minutes of angle. Okay, somewhere in there. Go ahead and dial 12 minutes in. So basically he's going to go in here. He's at 0. Always reset your turret's back to 0 whenever you leave a location. So he's at 11, and he's at 12. So that's one full rotation for him. So he's at 12 minutes at 500 yards. Now guys, remember, Casey is not a long distance shooter at all. Casey's a hunter, but I think we're getting to the limits of where he's ever shot before. Spotter's ready. Oh, he's got the jitters. He don't want to miss his first shot. Impact.
Dude.
Now look at that. Isn't that awesome? First round, 500. And guys, you might say, well, where are you magically pulling these numbers out of? Remember, I chronographed this yesterday, so I know that the muzzle velocity was somewhere between 2415 up to about 2480. So I just take an average of those, and then I'll take that muzzle velocity, I'll put it in a Straylock or Straylock Pro, and then that's gonna get you all over it. Works good enough. What I'm gonna recommend to you, Casey, is I'm gonna email that PDF sheet, and then you take that sheet, either carry it with you, or you can take like a label maker and put it on your scope somewhere, that way you've always got it. Once you get out past about 400 yards, you probably wanna do 50-yard steps or increments.
What about our railroad track over there? What are they doing?
That lady?
Yeah.
She is looking at us.
All safety aspects good?
Yeah, safety aspects are good, but the only problem is she's just over there with her hands on her hip on the railroad tracks. Like I said, we are well within our rights and we have a backstop, so we are good. Just follow it up with one more shot and then we'll move it to 600. Impact, nice. All right, excellent job. Let's move it on back to 600. All right, guys, so we done stepped it back to 600 yards. Now, Casey has never fired at anything beyond 500 yards in his life. He's only done that once. He used my rifle, hit a target, but this rifle's never actually been fired anything over 100 until just a few minutes ago. So we're at 600 yards. At 600 yards, I think your dope is gonna be around 16 minutes, somewhere in there.
So we messed up.
Well, you didn't move it, but you're at 12.
12, so we can just...
So 13, 14, 15, 16. So hold on that for just a second. So on the diamond, I want you to aim dead center. We got a boiling mirage, so you're pretty good. Think about your breathing. Make sure your parallax is adjusted and it's clear. And when you're ready, let that bullet do all the work, man. We're starting to get spin drift at this distance, so I tell you what, impact, elevation is absolutely perfect, and you're about 2 inches right of center. That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
That's pretty awesome.
So guys, you can absolutely do long-range precision shooting with this 18-inch Ruger American. Guys, there have not been any second takes or anything else. I came out here with a box of Hornady ELD Match, the 147, and we still have a ton of rounds in this, and that's us moving it all the way back. He's still got rounds in the magazine. We're gonna let him shoot a few more, and then we'll move it back to 700. That's as far as we're gonna be able to shoot today, but that's okay. Next time we'll take this thing out to 1,000 or so and let him really stretch it out. So check it out. Popo just pulled up. We in trouble now. Because some people said we are not shooting in a safe direction. So we're gonna put this like this.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, gentlemen.
What's going on?
Oh, just out here doing some shooting.
I heard that. What do you think? Y'all doing all right?
Yes, sir. How about you?
Oh, good, man.
If you guys want to take a look through the spot and scope, we do have a berm set up back there in front of the targets.
No, we don't care. We just want to come watch.
All right. You want to shoot it?
No, you go right ahead.
You won't miss.
No, you go right ahead. I'm going to watch.
All right.
On the scope, man, you can see it from this distance. You can see the actual vapor trail.
All right. So
600.
So guys, this is 600 yards, which really isn't that much.
You say that. Right.
No, you guys can do it. So you tell me which target to shoot at, the diamond or the silhouette? Somebody?
Silhouette.
Silhouette? silhouette. Here we go. So we are shooting in a safe direction. We saw her on the railroad tracks. We just... No, absolutely. Go ahead. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep on shooting.
That's right.
So we're going to back it on up to 700 yards, and we'll see if we can get them on target. Guys, like I said, there's only been one miss so far for the entire day, and Casey missed it by about half an inch on the right, just misjudging just a little bit. But we're shooting in a safe manner, and I respect what those guys in uniform do. However, we are not breaking any laws. We have backed up all the way to the edge of the tree line, and this gives us 700 yards. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Casey's like, I don't know if I can hit that. That's a long ways, and it is a long way. This right here, I've got it about 20 1/4. Let's see if you've got enough adjustment to go out to 700. 20 1/4. So you're back to 0. You're going to go to 12 as a full rotation. Okay. So you're going to be at 8 1/4. Now guys, it actually calls for 8.3, but I'd rather him miss underneath the target and hit the dirt and I have him come up than to shoot over the target and over the berm. Now the chance of shooting over the berm is actually slim to none because he'd have to go way, way, way up, but we always want to err on the side of safety. So go ahead and load your magazine up. We are at exactly 700 yards. And I guarantee you that camera downrange is probably dead at this point. All right. Diamond, hold just above center, maybe about 2 inches. Send it. Okay, so he hit the very, very top of it. Go ahead and put you another one in it. That's all right. We hit the backstop, so we're good. Go ahead. What I want you to do is dial down to 20. Guys, this is where we true it out. So he doesn't need the quarter in there, so he's at exactly 20 minutes of angle, and he just barely missed. So when you're ready, hold dead center. Favor. Impact. I said favor, I was getting ready to say favor right. You hit a little left of the plate. Let's go ahead and follow it up with a second shot. First shot might be luck, second shot skill. Are you out of ammo?
I'm out.
Hold on. Impact. Nice. All right, last shot. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 3 at 700. This is a 12-inch square, guys. 12-inch square. Hold right. Yep, you missed left. Wind started gusting. So as I called hold right, elevation was perfect. The wind gusted and it just pushed the bullet off to the left edge just a little. But that's part of the wind call.
No sniper status yet.
Let's see if this one will do it. This is the 6mm Creedmoor. Dang, you get your seat up high.
Like to be on that thing.
You like to be on it. Okay, so I'm going to test you, Casey. What do you see going on with the Mirage right now? Which way is it moving?
Looks like it's moving left to right to me.
I've got it right to left. So I'm going to hold right edge.
Impact.
Sit on the left side, you can't hurt the rifle. So we're just going to dry fire it, make sure everything's right. Do you see them down there, the targets?
Mm-hmm.
Look clear for you?
Yeah.
All right, just go ahead and feel that wall. Once it hits the wall, it's going to be about 2 pounds. Feel good? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and work the bolt. I'll spot it for you. Go ahead and close it. All right. Let the gun do the work. You're going to go for the diamond favor the right side of the diamond, only by about an inch right of center. When you're ready, take your time. There's no kick. Impacts. He's like, that's so easy.
You want to do a little landowner introduction?
I don't know if he wants to, I will.
No? No, that's enough. Stay incognito.
All right, guys, so based on the data that we had in Streetlock Pro, we went ahead and ran up the turrets to see how far Casey could actually shoot this rifle without that 20 minute of angle base. And believe it or not, with this Vortex, I think it has 60 minutes of angle of adjustment according to a viewer that had commented. We actually were able to run it out to 1,000 yards, almost exactly 1,000 yards. It called for 35 minutes, and I believe you were right at 35. You were a little shy of it, but either way, it would be capable of a shot inside of 1,000 yards or right at 1,000 and in using this setup. Casey wants to continue to shoot, so let's see if he can hit some more steels down there. All right, Casey, that's a good target. Those distances we shot today, what'd you think about that?
I would have never thought that gun would do this, but I've stand corrected.
Awesome. Good shooting today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that review of this Ruger American Hunter, the Magpul edition with the Vortex. It has the Viper, I think it's a 6.5 to 20. Yeah, 6.5 to 20 by 44. This is a great package. You were good to go. And I have no doubt you can hit steels all the way out to 1,000 yards. So it's something that you could definitely do a lot of hunting with. 6.5 Creedmoor is good for elk, deer. They say wild boar. I don't know. I'm not a wild boar hunter, so I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a good package. So hopefully you enjoyed that review. Glad I could get this out for you. Big thanks to Casey for allowing me to use it and the landowners for letting me use this property. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great week.